Survival mode will have you out here feeling like you really being productive, like you really out here getting stuff done. But in all actuality, you're not really getting much achieved. You're working hard, but everything is urgent. There's no room to grow, but there's plenty of room to crash. There's plenty of room to make mistakes. There's plenty of room to have failure and doubt and misunderstanding and things not properly aligned because you wasn't able to fully give your ideas everything they needed to grow. That's what survival mode would do to you. You become addicted to the chaos. If you've only succeeded under chaos, you'll subconsciously recreate those same things that help you make that win, and you'll keep yourself locked into an unhealthy pattern. That's one of the things that you got to understand. Because some people, I know myself, for example, when I was building my six-figure business and I was working through this whole process of, I'm going to sell this product, I'm going to get this product out here to the masses, then out of nowhere, it turned into a seven-figure business. So I had to adapt, I had to move, I had to pivot. But what I wasn't thinking was the decisions that I was making, the issues that I had within my business were keeping me at a disadvantage. Because I was used to the pressure. I was used to having to fulfill 10,000 orders out of nowhere, and I have to keep things rolling because my supplier is not cooperating. And then at the same time, I have customers to attend to. I have a staff to attend to. I built the business under that circumstance. I built the business up under that pressure. And I thought to myself, this is how a CEO moves, not the CEOs of 2025. I've sat at tables with them. I sat there and I chopped it up with them. No, they don't. They don't move like that. They're peaceful at the top. It's the people at the bottom that have to deal with a lot of the stress, worry, and the concern. The CEOs I got a chance to work next to at a $100 million freight company, he showed up to work every single day wearing basketball shorts. I showed up in a suit. Now, this is after I'm rebuilding my business. I have to go into the workforce at the first time in my life at this point. 35 years old, I got my first job because I spent majority of my time prior building a business. So learning the business from the inside was everything to me because I had only ran it from the outside. So understanding both dynamics is critical. So when you become addicted to this chaos, the nonsense and the stuff that goes on with it, it's an unhealthy pattern and it can limit your growth drastically. Because burnout becomes your brand. Burnout becomes the type of people that you attract to your business. Burnout becomes what you represent in your culture at your company. I've seen t-shirt printing companies that were doing well over seven figures, 50, 60 people operation. I'm doing well myself. We partner up. They give me an office within the building. We're joining forces and I'm getting a chance to see how a $10 million company runs and functions. But what I also notice is that the operation is real dire. The manufacturing of these shirts and everything that's getting done is causing issues because the people are working under strenuous conditions. It's hot inside of those t-shirt printing shops. I say these things to say that burning out the individuals that work there, they work on behalf of you, you giving your all, you never relaxing, you never taking time off. I just heard Patrick Beck-David say something the other day where he said he made more money in a more relaxed state when he was a number 2 and a number 3 at a company. Because when you're the number 1 at your company, all the downfalls, all the setbacks, all the head-on issues that you experience are dealt with directly by you because you're the face of the brand. So burnout can become one of those things that tends to manifest within a business because you want everything to go right. If you're a forward-thinking individual, but you give your all, which you should, but that's the thing about hiring people. I have clients now that do various different businesses and I see how they function from the inside. And I can tell you as a viewer, as someone that is looking to start their own business or potentially make some money online, these are the things that you have to experience. You have to know within yourself. You have to have the right type of disciplines in place. Hey, I'm going to work out. I'm going to take care of my mind. I'm going to clear out this nonsense. I'm gonna drink more water. I'm gonna be more productive. You are your best resource. These companies, they will use you up, spit you out, and get another replacement and probably get 3 for half the price. It's just the reality. I see a lot of rappers right now that say things like, I got motion. You ain't got no motion, you ain't moving. You ain't got no motion, you ain't improving, and things along those lines. And I just think to myself, like, that is so backwards. And I had to really learn this for myself because think about it. Motion is movement. You're constantly busy, but you're not building anything that lasts. That's the important thing. You want to have momentum in your business and you want to sustain that and you want to grow that. You want to harness that. You want to attract that right type of momentum to your business to help you propel to the next level, or that idea, or that YouTube channel, or you being a creative content creator, whatever your thing is. You want to have the right type of momentum Because I can tell you right now, with this layoff economy that's in place right now, you want to have the mindset of, I'm not trying to make myself really, really busy with a whole bunch of busy tasks and a whole bunch of stuff, and it prevents me and I have to put these goals off, or I can't meet with this person, I have to push it over to this time. You want to have the right type of momentum. So don't confuse motion with momentum. There are two different things. The enemy wants you to believe that they're one and the same, but God say that he is the source. So long as you keep your eye on him and you power through what you need to do, he's gonna see you through. Ain't no way around it. And another thing is that survival mode cannot scale. It's just what it is. It's not scalable. If you want to make anything that lasts the test of times, my mentor sold his business for $67 million. By the time I met him, he was already well off of that. 15 years ago, he had already retired. He was just finding people to run his real estate company. And I happen to be someone that was rebuilding in my process, and I'm working for his real estate company. I won't say their name, but they're the largest in the country. And as I'm working for this individual, a white African, I'm learning so much about why I thought survival mode was something that I can scale. The hustle, the hunger. And I was so wrong, because I seen this person that never had to really work in 15 years, take a vacation every single month to a different country. I'm looking like, how do I make this my life? Because when I was making seven figures, I was moving so fast. I was doing so many things. I was creating so many different businesses, when really you just need to have pace and understand that God is the center. I say that to say, this individual taught me that scaling exposes your weaknesses. It lets you know where your issues are within your company. If you got an entire staff and you have weak points in that, or you have financial weak points, or you have issues within your business that you didn't even know you had, the moment that you're starting to expand or think, hey, more territory, God wants you to deal with the territory that you already got. Trying to expand that and you're not taking care of what he's already giving you, it's crazy. One thing you don't want to do is delegate urgency. I went to some companies where they had paperwork out the wazoo. Then I went to other companies where it was all technology. I went to other companies where there's no technology. They write everything down on their phone and they're on the go, and they have a chiropractor business and they're doing well, they're booming. They never had to advertise, but guess what? They have to now, because everything is online. Working with these type of businesses, what I found, especially with doctors, I manage 16 healthcare centers, and I manage all of the marketing for the doctors, chiropractors, and different providers. And I can tell you this, when it came time for the providers to actually promote themselves or handle different things, I found that these providers didn't have everything in order like they should. And when I work with other different lanes of businesses, they didn't necessarily have their paperwork in order to be able to scale, or they couldn't make time, or their secretary is doing too many things. With AI these days, you can automate a lot of this stuff. You can take a lot of the stuff off the plate and hand it over to this person, and they can manage the AI agents, and they can handle this portion of your business. It's all about scaling. Because going forward, the biggest businesses are going to be slimmer than ever. So you don't want to have too much urgency within your business, but you want to have the right amount of momentum. And then also, your brand lacks identity outside of your hustle. If you're always constantly hustle, and you're never really building a culture within your platform, or you're not really focusing on how to best connect with the audience, then you can't take a break from that business. That business is solely dependent upon you. That's why when I see individuals like Anton Daniels, I think they have great channels. I think they're very amazing. You know what I mean? But his brand is primarily based on him. You're highlighting what's hot, but you're not serving the people. It's about serving the people. And you're stuck really building more of what drains you. It's one thing with YouTube, man. You got to stay consistent with it. You got to drop the right amount of videos. You got to roll this stuff out consistent. You got to make sure you drop on these days. And I love it. I love YouTube. I think they're doing an amazing thing. And hopefully one of these days they kick out my video and great recommendations. But the reality is that there's a lot of work assigned to this stuff. And if you're going to do it, you got to make sure that you're building a platform that can be useful. And so that's my goal with this channel. The content I want to make going forward, I want to help those people that are looking to start their business, that are looking to get to the next level, but they're stuck in survival mode and they don't quite know how to transition out of it. And I'm somebody that has built the business and understand the different dynamics. My full resume is in the link in the description. I do one-on-one consultation for small business owners that are looking to build and looking to connect at kcdoesmarketing.com. You don't want something that essentially drains the person that you are. You want something that can stand the test of times, that's always useful. So So when someone go and get your body of work or your body of content, they can flow through it and feel like, you know what? I feel like I can develop into a better person by consuming this stuff. And another thing, when you're in survival mode and you're always trying to hustle and you're always trying to make a quick dollar, because most people these days, they have a side hustle. Most people these days that want to stay above water and don't make a whole bunch of money, they have to make money on the side. And I speak directly to you. When you're in that space of side hustle, gotta get it, you will take dang near everything. You accept every type of job, whether you do good on it or not, because you know that you need that cash, right? So being someone that had came from the background of being a hustler and building a 7-figure business and starting all over again with another 7-figure business, let me tell you right now, you don't want to build your business in survival mode for the simple fact of you attract the wrong type of customers. You attract the wrong type of clientele. All money isn't good money. Most people tell you get as many dollars as you can. No, you don't, because everybody don't view the dollar the same way. Everybody don't necessarily respect your craft and what you bring to the table the same way. You wind up attracting customers that expect miracles. Clients want to see the same hustle that you took to survive with and you apply to their same thing. But that's just not how healthy businesses operate. Because you got to build a brand from rest, not reaction. This is the reality. Clarity, not chaos. Clarity, not chaos, drives sustainable growth. Something you can measure, something you can keep up with. Let me tell you right now, when you're managing a website and you have to do SEO on that website, or you have to run paid advertising on that website, which I have a bunch of paid advertising campaigns going on right now, somewhere near a couple $1,000s a day for my clients. And I'm telling you right now, man, like, you can't manage all the different details. You need to have people in place that help you with this process, that understand it, or they can point you in the right direction, because that's what's happening these days. A lot of people aren't pointing people in the right direction. Hey, I may not be of service to you, but I can give you the right type of content, or I can point you to someone that can help you get to the next level, hopefully. Because you got to really systematize what stress you out. When I was managing 16 different healthcare centers, their digital marketing, and all of them have different doctors and whatnot, there's about 80 different doctors in there, and I'm just one digital marketer responsible for all these different locations. Let me tell you right now, I had to systematize and do marketing automation for this whole entire process to work, because there's managing the website designers, there's managing the SEO person, which there is managing the UX person, there's managing the paid ads, the event marketing, all these different nuances, all these different disciplines to be managed. But fortunately, from building my business, I know how to do all of them. I did them all for the last 16 years. So having to humble myself and go through the system to learn these things, to give you content that is sustainable, I'm telling you right now, you want to systematize everything. There's tools out there, especially with AI. And if you want more information on that, make sure you reach out to me. I provide one-on-one coaching. I can tap into more of those things. Or if you want a video on that specific topic, leave a comment down below and let me know that. If you like content like this, want me to dive in deeper on more stuff, I'll be sure to do that. And you got to redefine your role. You're not the worker. You are the architect of that business. Like, you may be the first employee on paper. You got to do your thing initially, sweat equity, like Mark Cuban say, but you have to redefine what you're doing. You have to redefine what is your position in that company. Yes, you are the founder. You're the architect. I get that. But at the same time, how are you going to position this? Do you have money? Do you have friends? Do you have people that are family members that donate their time so you can have this collective objective that can get y'all to the next level or provide a better resource for y'all? These are the things you got to think about, because you can't work every different role in that company. That's why I was able to go to these different brands and be their in-house growth marketer, because I had to wear all these hats. I didn't have the money at the time, and I had to figure out how to make things work, because if you're working with a shoestring budget like I was initially when I first started my business, it was going to take me tens of thousands of dollars to learn how to do all these things. So it's going to take me tens of thousands of dollars to pay people to do all these things. And at that time, I was a broke college kid, so I didn't have the money at all. So what I had to do is learn all of this stuff, dropped out of college, learn all of these things, learn graphic design, all these different disciplines in order to grow something. So I'm telling you, from the bottom up, and sitting in boardrooms with $100 million deals on the table and hearing my mentor negotiate, I'm telling you right now, you need to systematize and you need to bring on the right type of help that know what they're doing so you don't burn out. All these things are interconnected because you got to invest in longevity. You can't build being focused on going viral. Like, that's not sustainable. You're building for the next 10 years or more, not for the next 10,000 views. You know, videos that I put out, they didn't do that well on certain different topics, but I have to realize to shift my content, because where am I right now in the day to day? I'm helping a lot of people that are quitting their jobs. They're quitting their 9-to-5s. I'm helping a lot of people that are starting their first business, or they have family business, or they're mortgaging their house so they can grow their brand. I'm working with people like that, and I'm seeing how these folks are in the trenches. And I had to realize the content I'm making on this channel doesn't reflect how I'm out here in the world serving. So I needed to make sure everything was in total alignment. So I'm telling you right now, when it comes to you building, don't focus on the what have you. Don't focus on a couple views that you're gonna get for that video, because you're starting to tell the world about your gift that God gave you. You got to understand that what you're building, what you're putting out there, needs to be something of substance. It's too much noise. It's too much chaos. It's too much distraction out here. What about the people that provide absolute value? Those people do exist. And don't be scared of therapy, and also tapping in with webinars. Like, that's a huge point. That's a huge thing to consider, because therapy is great for you. It's great for your mind, and especially with you loading a lot of things up, because being an entrepreneur is like having a baby. It's like literally carrying an extra load that you did not know was going to be like this, and it has a different personality, and different people interact with it. It becomes its own thing. A business can be. And I say that to say, like, even jumping in with webinars, because real talk, some of the bottlenecks that you might have in your business might be totally unrelated. They may be unhealed patterns, to say the least. So you may need to realize, how can you fix those things? Are you accustomed to feeling this way when this type of thing happens? Do you stop providing on the value when you get the money, or do you provide more of the value when you get the money? Because I think Jeff Bezos did it best when he thought customer first with Amazon. He thought about how he was going to deliver with Amazon first, how he was going to provide value to the customer, how the customer was going to feel like they win in a combination, and they're never gonna stop spending money with Amazon, because they know the customer is first with Amazon. The customers know this. It's customer centric.